Hey guys, how the frick's it going today? Today we're going to be working on something that I talked about yesterday when I went to go. You're probably wondering what the heck am I doing? You'll find out soon. Very soon. There we go. I talked about wanting to do something and buying. Yesterday I went and got a chainsaw blade. You're probably thinking, okay, you got a chainsaw blade. Probably for your little electric chainsaw that you got for Christmas a couple years ago because you dulled the blade. Well, if that's what you're thinking, that's a hard no. Because if you paid attention to that video, you would realize my chainsaw is only 10 inches and the blade I got is 14 inches. Now you see me looking around frantically as I'm looking for something. I'm looking for parts. Guys, today you probably already know what the heck we're doing because of the title of the freaking video. Today, we're going to make a pocket chainsaw. Now I know you can buy these on Amazon for 40 bucks Canadian, 20 bucks American. I live in the Canadian area, therefore it's expensive up here. That will not work. I'm just missing one component in order to do the job. I'm currently on my 15-minute break, so I don't have much time. I figured I would just get the video started now. Part of the chainsaw is obviously the chain. The next part is something to grip it from. I have this vinyl strap. It'll work fine for what I want to do. I have no way to stitch it together, but that doesn't matter. I'm not too worried about that. Next up, we need key rings. I have one here. It's kind of gross, but for what I'm doing, gross is fine. We're gonna head out to the garage and see if we can source another one. I think I saw one hanging off the wall in there. So let's head out there right now. Oh yeah. I guess the air fryer works a little bit more efficiently when you actually put the meat inside and spin the dial. I'm gonna put some chicken on there to have for a little dinner, for a little lunch. Now even though I have some spare key rings on here, I don't want to use my good key rings for this. I'd rather use shitty ones. You know, ones that haven't, or ones that I don't use versus ones that I do use. Worst case, I know where I can buy them. So if I have to go and spend a little dollars on this. Now here's the kicker. I almost bought one of these off freaking Amazon earlier this week, but I decided to hold back. And it pisses me off because it was $20 for the kit. And it came with a flint and steel fire starter, a bracelet with a compass, and a flint and steel fire starter. So like three flint and steel fire starters, and the pocket chainsaw, which would have been awesome for what I wanted to do. Basically what I want the pocket chainsaw for is for when we go fishing. I want to be able to cut up wood. My little handheld saw, it's fine for smaller things, but for bigger pieces, you're at it for a while and your arm will get sore. So I thought I had one out here. I thought I had a key ring out here somewheres. I do. Nope. Well, son of a bitch, eh? Thought I had one out here, turns out I don't. So worst case tonight, we got to do a little bit of shopping. Kind of don't want to spend any money, but if we have to, we'll spend money to get the job done. Anyway, this is the blade here. It actually doesn't look too freaking bad. I need to clean off my workbench. Doing all this work out here in the garage as per the previous videos, and my bench still looks like freaking potato salad, so that's pretty awesome. And again, so is my camera work, so that's pretty awesome too. Anyway, there's the chain, and it actually doesn't look too bad. Luckily, it has the same teeth configuration as my other chain, so I'm just going to keep this strap out here, keep the chain out here. I got to head back inside, guys. I'm still working. I got one of these rings. I'll keep an eye out for another. Sure one will show up. I've had enough keys in my lifetime to have another ring kicking around. So, back to work I go. Working a full day Friday today. Yee. And then... Why didn't you close? Ooh, no. Thank God that was the shitty fishing pole, not my good one. Man, that could have been bad. This was stuck in the door. That would have been my brand new ugly stick. I would have been pissed. I gotta find a better spot to put those fishing rods. That's a given. Alright, well, let's go back inside here and get back to work. Shift over with. I got a lunch coming up too, so we'll get back to her at lunch. Don't know if I'll be doing any fabricating, but just one last place I wanted to check here. Every house has a junk drawer, right? My house has several. I have no idea. Anybody ever see a key like this? Let me know if you know what it's for. Alrighty people, it's my freaking lunchtime, so I figured let's come outside and play a little bit more. And by play, I mean kick on some light. Yeah, Oreo's back there. You can hang out outside for 45 minutes. So, how am I going to tackle this project? Well, first, let's take a look at this chain. Wait a second. What the heck? Okay, I know they had multiple chains listed, but I was only supposed to get one chain, not two. Hey, you know what? I'll take it. Which means I could probably make two of these damn things. So that's pretty sweet, for sure. So, because unlike a bike chain, these here are a little bit more rigid. They're not meant to come apart like a bike chain because you're not really wrapping it around a cog set or anything. It just slides over top of the chainsaw and away it goes. What I am going to do is use my grinder to grind back one of these rivets or two of these rivets, whatever the case may accidentally be. And before I do that, I'm going to fire the dog back in the house. Alrighty guys, hopefully you can see this. Remember, safety first. Let's go ahead, use this cutting blade, and we'll just nick it right off. Okay guys, the next step is you put your little key rings through the holes on both sides, but I just realized something. I'm kind of pissed off I never noticed before. I don't know if that's a break in the chain or a spot where you can break the chain, but there's a gold one here with an arrow on it pointing to the direction that the chain's supposed to travel. I don't see any sort of release on it. Doesn't look like there's any press through. I think that's just on there as a guide to let you know which way the chain's supposed to go. I don't know. But what I do know is I just need to bang out the rivet on this side here, and then we should be able to put the other key ring through it and get this project going. Alright guys, we got the eye rings in, or the key rings, or whatever the hell we're going to call these, and the chain is all ready to go. So all I need to do now is build some sort of makeshift handles for them, and that's where that strap comes into play. This guy right here, just going to cut it in half and then loop her through, tie her off. The next step is to find a tree to cut up. That should be fun. But I am running out of time dearly. I need to get back inside very shortly and get to work. So we're making progress on our pocket chainsaw, and we will be able to test it out after work. So I'll try and back in then, guys. Until then, just like hang out and stuff. Alright guys, I'm on my last break and I just came out here with these straps. I want to tie off on this thing here. Researched a couple knots. Boy Scouts was never my thing, so I never got into knot tying. So I got to learn everything from YouTube. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is tie these straps off on these rings, and I'll show you when I'm done what we're going to be using. Alrighty, she ain't pretty. She just looks that way. So that's going to be my pocket chainsaw. You're probably saying, Adam, that's pretty big to be in your pocket. I wouldn't recommend putting it in your pocket in the current state it's in. I'd recommend definitely using it in a bag or something. I just wanted to tie that off and get it ready. It's actually a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. That's what she said. And like I said, I'm just on my 15-minute break. I haven't done that yet. I'm going to sharpen it up before we give it a test run tonight. And then after work, we're going to have to go get some wood or something. Luckily, I know a place just around the corner from the house. There's a wooded area where a bunch of shit fell throughout the years, so we can go ahead and go back there, maybe pick up a log or something, and see if we can log it up into something more manageable. The other option is I could wrap it around the base of this tree, and we can lop this down, which, why not? We can give that a try too. And I don't know how low that one is, but the other thing I was thinking was if we come back here and wrap it around one of these branches up top, we can chop one of these down. They're pretty high though, they're not really troubling me. I'd like to get these low hanging branches down, but whatever. Not a big deal. Oh, Bender, you got your work cut out for you, bud. You most certainly do. Friggin' thistles. It's another thing the pocket chainsaw could be used for. But the main reason why I grabbed it, or I built it, was for when we go fishing, because we like to have a campfire. And like right now it's not too bad out. It's about 18 degrees, 19 degrees. But tonight it could drop down. So, probably do a fire. I know if the kids are there, they're probably going to want to cook up hot dogs and stuff. And that is what it is. So, alright, pocket chainsaw's ready. Wait till work's over. Go march up the street, hit the wooded areas. See about grabbing a fallen tree of some length. And then chop it up into logs, and we'll split it up and all that and fire it in the cooler. So tonight when we go fishing, we got some good firewood. Should be pretty sweet. Should be pretty freaking sweet indeed. Alright guys, found this case. It's one of those, my old glasses, the Vlogging Live glasses, the recording glasses. Found the case for them, and the glasses themselves are destroyed, so basically pocket chainsaw should be able to pop right in here and become a little bit more mobile, I'm hoping. Tuck it in. Yup. Fits like a glove. You got like a belt loop back here if you want to stick it on your belt, and you got a little clip here. You want to just like hang it off your backpack or something. Pocket chainsaw. Alright, anyway guys, just so you know, it's after work. I need to find some lumber. I got nothing in here that I can really use. So I'm going to take a walk up the road there and see if I can find some timber to bring back, and we'll chop it up. Alright guys, I went to the area over here and I went back to grab the camera equipment and the saw, because I realized, you know what, some fallen trees, but they're a little bit too big for me to carry on my own. I figure we'll do. I was going to grab one of the milk crates, but one I got packed with all my camping equipment, and the other one I got it with all those wooden sticks, those wooden 2x4 pegs. So figured frigate, we'll just grab the cooler. It's got to come with me fishing anyway, and whatever wood I harvest, we're just going to cook. So basically I went up the trail that Rex and I shouldn't say that Rex and I used to go lawn mowing up, because that trail is actually right here. This is the trail that Rex and I used to go lawn mowing up and ATVing and all that fun stuff. I don't remember it having this great big ditch here, but I definitely do remember all those rocks. However, I came a little further down and found this path. Now my neighbor, him and his wife have been hiking up here, and it takes you all the way around. He said it's about a good 3-hour hike. Takes you all the way around by the ski hill, which is way over there, and it's a pretty good hike. Now, I'm not much of a hiker. I've never actually been hiking before. Don't really know what it consists of, but as you can see here, it's quite the trail system, and just as you walk in, there's fallen test dummies here. So I'm going to try it on this small one first, then we'll move up to some bigger contestants, so on and so forth. So let's get you guys set up, get the saw set up, and start testing. First test run of the portable chainsaw. Okay, works good on small stuff. Yeah, that does work pretty good. Perfect. Just collecting wood. You don't even have to put that much force on the chain. You just let the chain do the work and go back and forth. And you end up with burnable pieces of wood. Now obviously you're going to need to oil this chain from time to time. That much is a given. Unlike a chainsaw, there's no oil delivery system on this. The other thing is it's kind of a pain in the ass, is you gotta always untangle it. Now there are other versions of this device out there. Better, maybe. I just seen these here on a survivalist YouTube channel and was like, you know what? That's freaking sweet. I need that in my life. Well, here's the problem, is it does get pinched on the thicker stuff, it seems. But it is cutting through. It is working pretty decently. Hey man, for a free chain that was going to get binned, not too bad. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did sharpen the chain, guys. So I don't want you to think that I'm using a dull chain. Oh, well, that ends that. Looks like I straightened my key ring. Gonna have to find another way to tighten this thing on here. Well, that's fun. Well, I got a couple pieces of wood for tonight. Not a lot. Alright, well, back to the drawing board, I guess. Gonna have to come up with a new solution. But we did get a couple pieces, so homemade chainsaw blade. We'll figure it out. One problem with this GoPro Hero 4 is I got to take the SD card out to edit every time, and every time I do that, I forget to put it back in. I'm so used to just grabbing the camera and going, and getting out there and filming, and I end up getting out there and I go to film, and I end up I can't film because I don't have an SD card. Anyway, people, needless to say, I have no more eye-rings left. I was almost tempted to take a rip over to Canadian Tire and buy some, but after watching a couple of DIY videos on pocket chainsaws, I actually found a guy who literally used garden hose and Gorilla Glue and made himself handles. Now I did say this is a bit long for what I'm doing, so I don't have Gorilla Glue or any spare garden hose around. really use for this. So my big battle plan is, will it work? I don't know. This is the fun when you're prototyping things. I don't know why I'm doing this over here. I should be doing this on the actual workbench. That's why we cleared it off. So let's go ahead and build some makeshift duct tape handles. Now I did grab a piece of harder wood. This is the kind of wood we were having struggles with my little saw. As you can see, I tried to cut through it, but it was just being a pain in the ass. So I figure we'll get this here all situated with some duct tape handles. Who knows? It might work, it might not work. This is another option. Use bike handles on it. But yeah, we'll get it all situated and we'll see how that goes. The other option is if I were to pour out a piece of wood deep enough where I could dig this into it and ram a nail, like a finishing nail through, that might hold on. I doubt it though. Finishing nails are kind of flimsy. Even a little screw. If I had a little screw, I could put a screw straight through it, lock it in place with a nut, and the wood would be the weak point. All these ideas going through my head. Okay, let me try something here. Alrighty, boys. She doesn't get any more ghetto fabulous than this. Look at that. They're not even length handles. But they're comfortable. And they should work. Now, you probably noticed I have my rivet gun over there on the table. Maybe you didn't notice, but I totally took my rivet gun out because I was thinking about using rivets and some washers and then riveting them directly to the straps. But then I realized this is the Skivinz channel. This is like amateur hour, 28 hours a day. Even though there's only 24. Why the hell would I want to go semi-pro now? No, duct tape, boys. Pretty sure that red-green guy would be pretty friggin' proud of me right now if he saw what I just built. Especially if it works. Well, let's see if it works. Alright guys, there we go. Basically, I want to cut where I started cutting, which is right here. Alright, let's go. See, it's pinching on the chain. I don't know if it's because I'm applying pressure on it or what the dice is, but it's working. I should move it up. Oh man, I almost killed you guys. Sorry. It's actually really, really, really good. Because honestly, with that little handsaw, I was at it for 5 minutes and it put those little scores in it. And this is just chewing right through the wood. Just gotta be able to anchor it down. Then when you get that low, who cares? Just bang it out. Alrighty guys, there we go. We got a cooler full of a little bit of timber. My friend said that there's a bunch of logs down there to be dragged down. So we'll have even more tinder or more wood for tonight to burn. So, all in all, I think that's not too bad with the duct tape grips. I threw it in my tackle bag because I'm going to bring it with me. That's the whole reason why I built it. And worst case scenario, if I ever need to build another one, I have another damn chain right here. Perfect condition. Friggin' sweet. Pocket chainsaws, man. Hey, why not? You know, if you're out off-roading and you have something like that on you, you know, I've seen people get top dead centered on the stupidest of things. Pocket chainsaw, if you don't have an actual chainsaw in your rig, some people do carry them while off-roading. Sometimes you don't. That could be the difference between having to call a buddy to get yourself out of a jam and getting yourself out of a jam. Maybe. I haven't tried it on anything substantial yet. Some of the wood before it broke was fairly big, and like I said, it was binding up, but the problem was the way I was holding the wood, because I was holding it from the back, and the moment it started cutting through, the front would dip, and when that happens, then the saw would bind up. You get pinched, right? So then it's kind of cocked over. If you set it up the way I had it in here, where your cutting area is behind where the actual, like, you're cutting back here, not up here, even though I was cutting up here most of the time. That's why I was getting pinched. But if you're cutting back here, it shouldn't get pinched. Anyway, guys, that's my pocket chainsaw. We're going to use it tonight. Cut up some more lumber. Probably going to have a campfire at the beach. Do some fishing. Have a good night. Hopefully you all have a good night too, and stay safe and all that fun stuff. I'm checking out, so thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. If you have any comments on how to make the pocket chainsaw better, if you have any other ideas for portable tools that do not require any sort of electricity or fuel to function, leave a comment down below and let me know what your ideas are. Maybe we'll try and invent it on this channel. Why not? Got nothing better to do. Let's friggin' have at her. Until next time, guys, Skivinz out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.